Hello and welcome to episode 30 of the Liberty for Philly podcast. My name is Mitchell. That's Ben. And joining us today for his first time here on the podcast, we got Alex Watson. Say hi, Alex.
Hi, I'm knowledgeable in like 2 or 3 sports. So.
Yes. And we're going to go straight to the one that you're not knowledgeable in, and Ben's going to tell us his predictions for the Premier League this year. Let's get that started here. And here we go, Ben. Here's your actual standings here. Your top 5 is Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and Brighton. And then your relegation is Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich.
Yeah, so before I give, a little bit of analysis, I just want to talk about some teams to watch here. Obviously, in the ninth position right now is Leicester City. I expect them to move up in the future. I mean, Jamie Vardy and company have completely turned that program around from relegation status all the way up to Champions League status, and of course winning the league a few short years back. We have newcomers Brentford, Watford, who's been around the block, and Norwich, who's been around the block too many times to count. So taking a look at your the standings right now, I would have said Man City, but there was a signing recently. Yeah, what signing am I referring to, Mitchell?
Leonardo DiCaprio. No, it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo on a already stacked Man United team. Well, I mean, Ronaldo's a playmaker. He can score like crazy. He's going to open up this Man United team so well. I'm going to say Man United number 1.
All right. And who you got number 2?
Well, man, taking a look at Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool, that obviously looks like your top 4. And you just have to switch some things around. I'm going to go Man City. I think they're the next strongest team besides Man United.
All right, so you have the same thing as Jared right now.
I do, but it's going to change right now. I also love the Blues. I mean, they look like such a strong team. Pulisic is really developing into his own. They can really score. They can win, and they've been on a good run recently. They're tied for first at the moment. I think the Blues of London will be in 3rd place.
All right, who do you got in 4th?
And now I have Liverpool.
So that's your Champions League finalist right there. And then who do you got in the Europa League?
It's between 3 teams for me, and that's a decision I have to make. Both of you put Leicester. That's one of my options. Obviously, you have the Spurs. They're obviously a Europa League contender every year, if not Champions League. And then we also got Everton. I mean, they have a strong squad as well. I mean, you would have said Arsenal, right? Except they're
bad.
They're relegation. They're going to be cooked. Not in relegation, but they're in 16th. I have to go the Foxes here. I really think Leicester City is going to make it.
All righty, and moving on to the rest of the league.
All right, so now coming in 6th, I have the Spurs of Tottenham. I think they're still a very strong team out of London. They have a huge fan base. They have tons of money. I expect them to make a couple transfer signings and maybe sell some players. This team's going to change a little bit. All right, now taking a look at the number 7 spot, I'm going to put just across the forest from Liverpool. You know what that team is?
Everton.
Literally, their saves across the forest. I think they really have a strong team, and Rafa Benitez, longtime manager. I know he's had some not great, tenures with some teams, but he's a good coach. I really do think he'll lead them pretty far. Now there's a whole pack of teams here, and I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm really stuck here because there's a few teams I could choose. I see you have Everton, you have Leeds United. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go the Hammers here.
West Ham. All right.
I think they really molded into their own last season. I think they're usually a top 10 team, and I think they'll have a better year than most. So I think they're gonna stay at that 8th spot.
Interesting. Now, what about 9?
I'm gonna put the Wolves there. I'm gonna put Wolverhampton. I mean, they had a rough start, but they are a physical team. I mean, there's a really strong striker on that team. I forget his name. Traore, I think.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. I mean, that guy could play football, American football, if he really wanted to. So I'll put the Wolves at 9. And taking a look at number 10, I'm going to put the newcomers. I'm going to put Brentford.
Brentford. All right.
I think they've got a really good team.
11.
Going to 11, we're going to go Villa here out of Birmingham.
Villa. All right.
And then number 12, we're gonna go Palace out of London. We'll take that. And then number 13, I'm gonna put Arsenal.
Arsenal, alrighty.
I think they'll rebound, but not as much, to make it at 13.
So some teams you don't have here right now is Brighton, Watford, Leeds, Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich, and I'm thinking I'm missing one, but
yeah, you know what? That's a dumb decision. It's a really dumb decision because Brighton right now is tied for the lead.
Correct.
You know what? Put Brentford down at the Brentford down at the 13th spot.
All right. And what do you want here at 10?
10 we're gonna put Brighton and Hove.
And
we're gonna
Arsenal
move
at
everyone
14.
else down. Then we're gonna move Villa, Crystal down 1.
So Brentford's at 14 now.
Yeah, Brentford's at 14, and then we'll put Crystal Palace and Villa.
And then Aston Villa, and then Arsenal. All right. And what do you want at 15?
Who are the teams I've left?
Southampton, Watford, Leeds, Burnley, Newcastle, and Norwich.
You see, there's a lot of teams that are newcomers here. I don't like the newcomers. Usually one newcomer goes down per year, if not 2.
Mm-hmm.
And for sure, Norwich City will be the newcomer that goes down. So I'll put them at 20.
All right.
They feel like they're going to go down. All right. So now talking. Who do I have left?
Burnley, Newcastle, Leeds, Watford, Southampton.
Southampton feels like a team that is going to be right up there in relegation. They're going to lose a lot of games. I'm gonna put Watford at 17.
All right.
I'm gonna put Southampton at 18.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm gonna put Newcastle at 19.
Ooh, even with the talent, I kind of have to agree with you, even though I'm a Newcastle fan. Right now, at the state, they are going down. So then that leaves Leeds and Burnley.
So we're gonna put Leeds above Burnley. That's gonna be my standings.
All right. See if these are right. When we check back in at the Christmas break. But
we also have to remember, depending on who the cup winners are, we could actually squeeze another team into Europa League, depending on the cup winners. The Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. I don't know what the league. I always call it the League Cup, but I guess it's called Carabao Cup or
yeah,
whatever
it's sponsored now. Yeah.
Yeah. I always call it the League Cup, so I'm just going to keep calling it the League Cup. Whoever wins the League Cup and FA Cup, that could determine things. Because look, there was one year that Wigan got into the Europa.
Yeah, that's right, because they beat Man City. Yep.
Yeah. So we have to see. It's a tricky process.
Mm-hmm. So that's the Premier League predictions. We'll check on those pretty soon. So now let's move on to the NFL, and Alex is going to be making his predictions here for the NFL. So Alex, let's start off here in the AFC North. What do you have going on here?
I think we're going to start with the Browns right now, I know it's not indicative.
Yeah, the Browns right now are winning 22-20. 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 4. Baker Mayfield throws and first down to Jarvis Land. Nope, that's Njoku, and they're down inside the 20-yard line.
Their defense looks like one of the top ones in the league. Their offensive line is going to carry them. I think offensively, they're rushing. Their pass protection is going to be very good. The only thing that may slow them down when it comes to playoff time, maybe Baker Mayfield, depending on if he takes a leap or not. But I think over the Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals, then definitely. And then second, we're going to put the Ravens.
All right, Ravens, and I'm assuming
Steelers and Bengals, yep.
And the Bungles. Okay. Moving on to the AFC East, we got the Bills, Miami, Patriots, and the Jets. Who do you have
like
going on?
Everyone else so far, I'm going to go Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets.
So I'm the odd one out. I have the Patriots over the Miami, but granted, after today, it looks like the Patriots are gonna lose to the Dolphins. So
it depends on how their quarterbacks do mostly this season.
All right, moving on to the AFC
South.
South.
The top spot is like a really toss up for me. It depends on quarterback play for me. I'm gonna lean towards the Titans just because of the past 2 seasons, and then I'm gonna put the Colts after them. It depends if Carson Wentz does very well. I think the Colts can top them, and then Jaguars and Texans.
Yeah, going off of today, Tyrod Taylor looked really good. So
Yeah,
Texans could actually.
I would reconsider that honestly because the Jaguars looked god awful.
Trevor Lawrence did throw 3 picks though, and I would say that's more on him.
And I mean, the defense also just looked absolutely garbage. I mean, if you can't beat the Texans with Tyrod Taylor, whenever or if Deshaun, that's a big if.
Deshaun Watson playing today. I'm sorry.
You're going to be done. You're going to be absolutely done if Deshaun Watson comes back.
I think this is looking to be possibly a few of the top 5 picks in the league for next season. So they are both probably going to be anywhere from 2 wins to 4 wins, maybe.
So, but you still think after the Texans routed Jacksonville, that the Jaguars will be above the Texans? Am I making that clear?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I think I don't see Tyrod Taylor's success lasting the entire season. I see Trevor Lawrence only getting better. Depends on how their schedules are. Their schedules might be very similar because they're in the same division, but I think that the Jaguars roster is more talented.
Ooh, Kareem Hunt's in now for the Browns as they try to punch in on a 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Yes, they're killing them today. All right.
It's a 2-point game, so it's gonna be interesting.
Really?
Yeah, the Chiefs are starting to make a summit. Kareem Hunt goes to the left side, and he's in for the touchdown. The Browns are now up by 8.
Yeah, because I'm watching the shit show of the Giants game right now. Oh, man, it's terrible. I mean, we're in the end. We're in the red zone. Anyway, yeah. Okay. So the AFC West Chiefs top the division, like most other people.
Yeah.
I would assume. Then we're gonna go the Chargers. The Raiders. And then the Broncos. It could be the bottom 3 could be very, very close, I think. We'll see. Although the Broncos defense is looking really good right now. So we'll see how we do. All right. And then are we gonna go to the
Yes, and then now your playoffs. So
okay.
What are you gonna do as your number 1 seed here?
Okay, so for 1 seed we're gonna go the Chiefs. Then we are going to go the Bills. Who just got killed by the Steelers today.
Yeah.
But then we're going to go the Browns and the Titans.
The Titans, you said?
Yeah.
Over the Browns. That's interesting.
Wait, no, sorry. Browns, then Titans.
All right, 1 second here.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the Browns over the Titans. The Titans, I think they're still the division winner, but out of like the division winners, I think they're the winners.
All right, the wild card 1.
Ravens.
All right.
Then we're going to do the Chargers and the Colts.
If I can spell the Ravens. Chargers and then the Colts. All right. Moving on here to the NFC North. The Packers right now are losing to the bakery man himself, Jameis Winston.
We're going to follow the rest of the people so far on this list. We're going to go Packers, Vikings, Bears, and Lions. I think that's probably one of the easier divisions for me. And then the next one, this is probably the hardest division for me because I think all of them can be very mediocre teams this season or bad, depending. We're going to start off with Washington first.
I mean, like, it's going to be, if every team plays like they have this first week, it's going to be between the Eagles, Cowboys, and Washington football team. The Giants right now are looking like the worst team in the NFC.
Yeah, if it plays off of what they're doing right now, absolutely. But we'll see. I think division matchups are what's gonna come down to.
Mm-hmm.
But
who you got second?
I question this pick because of what we're doing right now, but I'm gonna put the Giants second, then Cowboys and Eagles. I think coming into the season, I expected the Giants defense to be kind of that, like holding them up for the season, but we'll see. It could go south really quickly here. But I question that just because of our offensive.
Yeah.
Our offense looks right now.
So what do you want to do here in the NFC South?
I guess we're gonna do Tampa Bay, like everyone else.
Tampa Bay.
Yep, I still have faith in the Saints for the second, and maybe a wild card spot. We'll see if I put them there or not. And then we're going to go, Panthers and Falcons.
All right, now that I think this division is also another hard one here in the NFC West.
Yeah, because this is one of those divisions where it could be all very good teams.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with the Rams. Then we're going to do 49ers.
Ooh, even after what happened today.
Yeah, I know. I think with a healthy defense.
Well, they just lost a cornerback for the season with a torn ACL.
Brett, I think, is going to be out for the season, so that's a big loss for them. But I think that they can do it. Very good offensive line, solid offense. I think their pass game, run game, I question a little bit, but pass game I think can be very strong. Then we're going to go the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Both did very well today, but it's one of those divisions. I think they could be all like at 500 or over 500.
Yeah. So who's your number one seed here in the AFC?
So we're gonna go the Rams.
Rams, all right.
Buccaneers.
Okay.
Packers. And then Washington football team.
And then who's your wild card one?
Then the Seahawks. We'll go Seahawks and then 49ers.
Well, in your standings, you would have the 49ers over the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
So 40. All right.
Yeah, we'll go 49ers, Seahawks. Yeah.
And then who you think gets that last wild card? Arizona or the Saints?
I think
Saints. All right.
Even without Drew Brees, I think that Jameis Winston, with the team that's around him, I think can help.
All right. So in this situation, you would have the Buccaneers playing the Saints. Who do you think wins that?
I would say probably the Buccaneers for that.
And then after that, you have the Packers, Seattle.
I'm going to take Seattle. I don't love the Packers entirely. Even though they have Aaron Rodgers, who could very well bring them to the NFC Championship, I just think their defense, along with Seattle, is not great, but I think Seattle will win that close matchup.
And then Washington football team versus the 49ers. 49ers. All right. So then, so you got Seattle, Tampa Bay, and 49ers, Seattle. No.
Okay, so we're going to go.
No. Rams. Yeah. Rams playing.
Yeah.
So
Seattle. We're going to go Rams over Seattle, and then we're going to go Tampa Bay.
All right. Then Tampa Bay versus the Rams.
And then we're going to take the Rams to go to the Super Bowl.
All right. Also, in other news, Tyreek Hill just scored a long touchdown pass from Patty Mahomes, so it's now another 2-point game in Kansas City.
Never count out the Chiefs when they're losing.
Oh, you want the Chiefs to be your?
Yeah.
All right. Now, Chiefs, Rams, Matthew Stafford or Patty Mahomes?
I'm going to take the Rams.
Matty Stafford,
because of the defense, the offense of the Chiefs is the best in the league, or one of the best in the league, and they can very easily do it. But the Rams, defensively, even though they lost people like John Johnson and Troy Hill this offseason, their defensive front seven, I think, is very good.
Off topic, sorry to interrupt. Do we get a prize for winning, Mitchell? Do we get like a thing?
I mean, we can choose one.
I think the winner should get rewarded.
Should we do like a money pool or something, maybe?
A what?
Like a money pool, like we all put in a little bit of money.
I mean, a gentleman's bet doesn't hurt.
How about a non-money Bet.
What kind of prize would be?
Mitchell's no fun.
I'm just poor.
We're doing an actual prize, like, I don't know.
We'll see. We'll
figure it out. Well, if you have any comments, leave it down below. If you have any thoughts on what we should do, I can gladly give away my Antonio Brown rookie card.
I have some jerseys that I regret buying. We can do that.
What jersey is that?
Multiple, like all of my. Give me a second. Here, let me see.
Well, I can say my only Eagles jersey is a Sam Bradford one.
I also have a Sam Bradford jersey.
I have his rookie one. That's my favorite jersey.
You're gonna laugh at me for this.
The man who just got destroyed off the Nets. He was traded for literally nothing.
Literally, like all of my Giants jerseys are also defensive.
Oh, and at the time that must be like a bit. Oh no. Oh, that must be. Oh, you know what? In like one day you could have sold that for a lot of money. I don't know if you could get $1 for that now.
Yeah, you're not gonna get.
Ready, Beckham Jr. Cruz retired.
Yeah, that one's good.
Damon Harrison, who's gone. Another Beckham jersey.
Oh no.
Landon Collins.
Oh God.
Denoris Jenkins.
Oh no.
So I at the time I don't regret buying them. These jerseys are actually really sick. Some of them. Yeah. But the players
themselves, no.
Yeah.
I'll get you a Golden Tate jersey, just in green.
Exactly. For like 2 seconds he played for the Eagles.
He got a touchdown in the playoffs. I mean,
that's true.
And it was the double doink touchdown, the game-winning touchdown for the double doink. So if without him, the double doink would have never happened.
Well, yeah. Then I have a Ben Simmons jersey who I'm.
That one you better sell now.
I should just like burn it, or else it'll probably get burned.
So, anything else to say on the NFL after week 1 so far?
Are probably going to be S, but.
I'm going to take a look. I'm going to, so by the way, just a little plug here because I always like to do them. Prime time with Hoyt and Wise Cheese tonight at 8:15. I know this is a little pre-recorded, but if you see it on demand, go click a link, give it a like. I'm going to say this on Wise Cheese too on the show. Literally, Eagles week 1, we looked so good. However, it is against the Falcons. Yeah, I know. I was getting to the point, Alex.
It's the confidence booster this team needed after how we played last year against some of these teams.
But the NFL Twitter is saying that the Eagles will like win the division or win the NFC. Like, stop it. Like, just put the cart.
Yeah. Can they win the division? Yeah.
Yes. Can they win the Super Bowl? No.
No. Let's not put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
First week isn't necessarily a great impression for the rest of the season.
Beat Tampa Bay and some of these other teams, then maybe we can start talking about that.
If you can get a good division record and then beat some teams like Tampa Bay, the Chiefs, I'm even going to throw the Saints in there because they're still a really tough team.
Yeah. My key for next week, if Trey Lance is in the game, I don't know who they're going to put. I assume they're going to put
Jimmy G's starting. Trey Lance came in for I think one play and he threw a touchdown pass for 5 yards. So
did a few plays.
Whoever's at quarterback, fluster them. Really fluster them.
Jimmy G got really under pressure today. He didn't do great. That's kind of why the Lions came back a little bit. Same thing with Trey Lance. So yeah,
our defensive line was so good except for one drive, and the Falcons got 2 drives. They got 2 field goals.
Yeah, I think against any team this season, that defensive line will be solid. Definitely, I think that's your biggest price. But
yeah, I mean, I love seeing Devontae, I love seeing Jalen. I loved seeing Dallas Goedert and Miles Sanders. I liked each of them. And you know what? I liked Ertz blocking, honestly. He made the one key block to get Devontae Smith open. I mean, this feels like a team, knock on wood, that has a chance, honestly.
To improve. To
win the division.
Win the division, I would say so.
The Browns just muffed a punt, so now the Chiefs are at the 15-yard line.
Not to knock on your guys' success, but for anybody in the division in general, inexperience, I think, is really key. Except for the Cowboys, they've been in the playoffs 3 times. Eagles as well. Eagles defense has a few veteran players. I think that can help, but lead like at the helm of each team are some inexperienced players. So we'll see how that does for the season.
But no, I mean, I feel like Alex just photocopied my whole list. No, he did some teams different.
I
but-
did some playoffs. When it comes to playoffs, I think we did. But yes, I think we tend to agree for some of the.
Oh, did I not pick a Super Bowl champion?
Actually, you did not.
I think you did for the one that Mitchell has up. You didn't.
Oh,
Right.
so then who did you have? You had the Chiefs and Tampa Bay. Who do you have winning the rematch? I think you said the Chiefs, right?
I did say the Chiefs.
There we go. But yeah, it should be definitely interesting. This Chiefs Brown games that come down to the final drive because the Browns are browning right now. So yeah. Well,
Like, used as a verb is, or I guess.
yeah. But now that takes us to Alex doing his college football predictions. So now for college football, let's start here in the ACC. Alec, who do you think goes here in the ACC Atlantic Division?
Okay, well, I think Clemson is the clear first for me. They didn't look great against Ohio State. Was it Ohio State this past?
No, it was Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah, one of the top few teams in the league. I don't think they're going to be as good as some of their past championship seasons, but in the ACC Atlantic, I think they'll win that. I'm going to probably lean towards FSU as a second.
FSU. All right. Actually, FSU isn't looking too good. They lost to an FCS school in Jacksonville State.
The drop off for me after Clemson is so hard. Just like
It just goes. That's literally what it does.
Quickly. I think I'm just gonna photocopy the rest of the thing. I just take it.
All right.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
All right, and now the ACC Coastal Division, which is actually like good.
Yeah. I'm going to do. Okay, we're gonna take Miami and VT for our top 2.
Miami and VT.
Yeah.
Chiefs have scored, but
yeah, we're gonna do UNC.
UNC, all right.
We're gonna take Pittsburgh.
Pitt.
Did you give them the update yet?
What was the update?
Kelsey scored.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, again. Nice. Okay. Oh, the other one. Yeah. Duke and UVA is actually a really hard choice. I'll go Duke, UVA, DT. So I just have the same thing as Jared, which I'm just realizing right now.
All right.
And then
And who wins, Miami or Clemson?
Clemson.
All right.
You're UNC winning it. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, I'm dumb. Oh, that was before everything happened.
Okay.
Yeah. So the American.
Okay, definitely Cincinnati.
All right.
This is a division I've seen.
Cincy and UCF and I think SMU are all going to the no.
Incorrect. Houston.
Yeah, is it Houston or SMU?
Houston.
Houston. So Houston, Cincy, and UCF and BYU are all moving to the Big 12.
As a UConn fan for now, I guess until I go to college, I've seen a lot of the American before they moved to the Big East. So I think this is the one division where I actually kind of know a decent amount about UCF.
UCF.
And then SMU.
SMU.
Houston.
Memphis.
Tulsa. USF. Tulane. Temple.
Navy and ECU are the only ones left.
Navy and then ECU.
All right. So who do you have winning, UCF or Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, probably.
All right. Now moving on to the Big Ten.
I know Temple beat Akron, but they're so bad. I can't.
Oh, they actually won.
Yeah, but
Akron,
then they're gonna lose to Boston College next week. So
Akron is also not good. So there you go. Ohio State.
Interesting.
Well, as a Penn State fan, of course, you would know that. We'll go Penn State next.
Penn State. Well, I
Michigan.
mean, Jared had Michigan State, so I don't.
Okay. Michigan.
Rutgers, Maryland, and Michigan State would be the only good teams left to choose
I'm
from.
gonna take Michigan State,
All right.
Maryland.
Interesting.
What is Rutgers, and then you put Maryland twice. What was the last name? Indiana. Yep.
And then Big Ten West.
Wisconsin. Northwestern. Iowa.
What the?
Minnesota. Illinois. I combined Illinois and Purdue. Illinois and then Purdue. And then Nebraska.
And Wisconsin.
Probably going to be Wisconsin, yeah.
And then Ohio State or Wisconsin.
Ohio State.
Oh, I forgot to change this one. Look at that.
as we can see, we have a biased Penn State fan who's about to get clapped by Auburn.
Wow, I'm actually gonna be at that game. Okay, I'm not getting back till 3 a.m, but I will be at the game.
You'll be at Whiteout.
Yeah.
Extra ticket.
No, tiene un ticket. And moving.
We can laugh at Mitchell when he loses.
Well, game day's gonna be there, so just saying. All right, moving on. Big 12, the league that literally is on its last legs.
Oklahoma, yeah, this league is in Oklahoma. Texas, Iowa State.
Texas, who just lost to Arkansas.
Yeah, I did.
And then Iowa State. Interesting.
Yeah. West Virginia, probably. Texas Tech. Oklahoma State.
Will Howard and Kansas State.
Yeah, we will do Kansas State.
Whoa, okay, my thing's changed. Kansas State.
Yep. And then we will do
Baylor.
Yeah, TCU.
Baylor, TCU, and then Kansas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, everybody thinks about Kansas.
Winning is going to be Oklahoma.
Makes sense.
No. Yeah, most of us. But.
All right. So, moving on to the Pac-12.
Okay, Oregon.
Yep.
Yeah, most of us. I like the first one. Stanford. Washington. Cal. Oregon State. And then WSU. Those are us.
Washington State.
Nice Oregon.
Fix it. And we got Oregon.
Yeah.
Who won the game between Ed Orgeron and his son? I assume LSU won.
I don't know.
Who's that between UCLA?
No. It was LSU versus like McInerney State or something like that. His son is the quarterback there.
Oh, I would hope that LSU won that because that'd be kind of sad.
However, taking a look at Jacksonville State, there's always a possibility.
That is true. Let me just double check on that. LSU versus. Let's find out. Wow, they actually got a touchdown. Interesting.
Probably a decent advantage for him because he probably knows how his son plays.
Yeah. So Pac-12 South.
USC.
Over Oregon and UCLA. Wow.
Utah.
UCLA. Are you pulling my chain right now, sir? Oh wait, never mind. Oregon's in the other one. I am very much blind.
Oregon is in the other one. ASU Colorado.
Colorado almost beat Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The Browns almost had a great catch and they dropped it.
And Arizona, I'm just following the exact same thing as Ben.
Yeah. And who went? All right. Who wins? USC or Oregon?
Oregon.
All right. Now moving on to the SEC, where we all know Kentucky will win the SEC.
Yeah, exactly. Georgia.
Georgia.
I think I'm just gonna take the standings from the rest of the people. I would tend to agree with that. I think everyone else has the same. Yeah.
And now moving on to the SEC West.
Also same as everyone else. Wait. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think SEC has a lot better teams, but I think it's like also easier to predict.
Yeah.
Or at least the top anyway, and then Alabama. Yeah.
All right. Now moving on to the New Year's. Let's actually get your top 4 down first. Okay. So who do you think will be the number 1 seed at the end of the year?
Definitely Alabama. I think that's like, I don't want to say like undisputed, but like.
Yeah. Who is your number 4 seed?
Clemson. And then we're gonna go. 2 seed is going to be. We'll take Ohio State for 2 seed.
All right. Number 3 seed.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. All right.
And then winning it all will be Alabama.
All right, and now moving back to the New Year's Six Bowl. So this is going to be your Big Ten runner-up versus the Pac-12 champion. So that would be for you, Oregon and Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin. There you go. And then your Big 12 runner-up and SEC runner-up. So I think that's Texas and Georgia. And then the Fiesta Bowl can be anybody, and the Peach Bowl can be anybody.
Oh, okay.
So this is usually like your ACC runner-up versus your Power 6. So that would be Cincinnati.
Right. We'll go Cincy.
You want to do Cincy, Miami?
I'm between like putting Florida in, maybe. Oh, we'll go Cincy and Miami.
All right.
These are also hard to predict.
Yeah. And then here, so this is usually your it's usually another Pac-12 team, Notre Dame, or a Big Ten, another Big Ten team.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like, say, a Big Ten, like Penn State, Oregon, or Notre Dame, ACC, or whatever.
We'll go Oregon and LSU.
LSU?
Yeah. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna.
I'm personally going to say you should pick somebody else.
I like LSU. I don't know. Okay, fine.
LSU, yeah, they're not gonna get into the top 6, the top 10.
All right, we'll do UNC
as Coach Ogeron saying, go Tigers.
Yeah.
All right. So just before you do this, because Jared, this was made before you. Yeah.
I like LSU in the past, so that's why I think I'm taking.
Okay. Right now, I would decide again: Penn State, USC. Who was your ACC? Well, I guess you already had Miami. Penn State, UNC again, Notre Dame.
I think. We'll go UNC. We'll go UNC.
All right. So then that's that. And that is our college football predictions. We have made it through our predictions so far for this episode.
These are even harder, I think, than NFL predictions.
They really are. So there's now, well, let's see if the Browns really need to stop the Chiefs here, but I don't think they are. But, the Patriots are only within 1 now. The Giants are down by 20, and the Packers are now losing by 35 to Jameis Winston. They've only scored 3 points today.
I've just been watching this pathetic game. I thought it was going to be close.
He's a Giant fan, just for all of you to know. He's not with us.
So let's go with this. What are your major overreactions? 5 major overreactions from week 1. Like overreactions. Like say, like the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. Like that could be an overreaction.
Devontae Smith, Rookie of the Year. Period.
All right, and see, let's just go through. Yeah, so that's your first one, Ben. Alex, what's your first one?
The Vikings are going to underperform. I think it's an overreaction just because they lost to the Bengals today, and I think I've seen a lot of that.
My overreaction is the Packers might not win the AFC North. That's my overreaction.
Yeah, that's a big overreaction. If anybody is.
Yeah, Ben.
Oh, another overreaction. Man, I'm trying to think here about some of the teams. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think here. I don't think the Patriots.
I guess.
Oh, I got it. I don't think Mac Jones is going to get over 500. Honestly, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're just that bad.
Who?
Patriots and Mac Jones. I think they're going to be under 500 by a significant amount.
So an overreaction is that they're going to be good?
No, they're going to suck. Like
an overreaction is that they're going to suck. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I guess an overreaction for me would probably be like the Bills are not going to be as good this season. Just because they didn't look.
I think that's
They didn't look great today, but I just think that I think they're gonna win their division and possibly make it to the AFC Championship. So we'll see.
What would be another one for me? Let me look at the scores here. Saints might win the AFC South. I mean NFC South. I don't know. After what I saw today from Jameis Winston, it's possible that the Saints could outperform the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, last one for me. Urban Meyer will lose his job at the end of the season. That's it. He will lose his job. Period.
That's a big overreaction. All right, last one from you, Alex.
Well, an overreaction would probably be that the Titans are also going to underperform. Just because the Cardinals blew them out of the fucking water today. So.
Yeah. My last overreaction would be that just going through these scores here, you kind of took up all the good ones, but let's just say the
Jaguars and Texans won, but both teams suck, so I'm just not going.
Yeah, I was gonna touch on that. Did the Raiders? Oh no, they're on Sunday. They play tomorrow night.
Yeah. Bears and Rams play tonight.
I would say that Tua Tagovailoa. Actually, no, I'm gonna go off of what Ben said. Like Najee Harris will underperform this year. That's mine. Yeah, I don't think he'll win Rookie of the Year. I don't think he'll do much. I just think he's gonna underperform.
I mean, Urban Meyer's Jags looked unexcusable today. They looked pathetic.
Yeah.
Even with the bad game from Trevor Lawrence.
For a bottom 5 team, possibly bottom 5 team in the league.
No, they will be the number 1 pick by the end of the year. They're the worst.
I'm leaning closer to the Texans for the number 1 pick.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, honestly.
Oh wow, good job, Browns. They just sacked Patrick Mahomes, but yes.
You have a head-to-head win over the Browns. Not over the Browns, over the Jaguars at home, and I think you'll win on the road as well. I think that you'll have the head-to-head edge over the Jaguars. They'll be done.
The only other team I would think of, maybe the Jets, if they.
Right now, if you're looking at it, technically the worst team to perform so far this week has been the Packers. The Packers right now are the worst team in the NFL.
Packers number 1 pick function. Let's go.
Let's go.
You have to look at it. It's hard to say that because they are playing a team who right now is doing really well and could do well for the rest of the season. So
yeah,
they're performing the worst, but I don't think that makes them the worst team per se.
Mm-hmm. Any other comments? Because we're not going to touch on the Phillies because they literally are a disappointment.
Nope, someone's got to perform other than Harper. That's my last comment.
Yeah, it's
great. Our pitching. Okay, when we do bullpen games, we need to not give up a shit ton of runs. I know that it's hard because we don't have a starting pitcher. People are going to go 2 to 3 innings at most. But
Our offense disappears. That's the thing.
What?
We don't bat.
Really? I thought the point of bullpen games was to give up a bunch of runs.
That,
Like,
To the
honestly.
Phillies, that's
that
how a
would-
bullpen game is.
that looks like the play right now. We
But
just need to address
We
it.
DFA'd Los Santos and Vince Velasquez in the past week, which is very interesting, and somebody that we haven't seen since that Tampa Bay series where Roman Quinn tore his Achilles. Matt Joyce is back on the team.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Talk about that. Talk about a blast from the past of the Philly season. But right now, yeah, if you're the Phillies, you're just kind of hanging there. Just try to finish above 500. Give something positive for the first time in 10 years. Finish over 500. Just do that.
The fact that we're so close to the Mets, and the Mets have had a massively disappointing season.
Mm-hmm. And then again, the Braves just somehow are like amazing team, even though. But it's just the thing is, this offseason is going to be really important. It's going to be Dave Dombrowski's first kind of official. I'm not going to count this past one because I was still kind of riddled with Matt Klentak.
Yeah.
But I'll say this year is the first year Dave Dombrowski will clear house, do whatever he wants to make this team a contender. Because with Dave Dombrowski, he literally comes with the guarantee you will make the World Series one time. Whether or not you win it, that's up to the team. But he will guarantee you into the playoffs. Whether or not he won it with the Red Sox. He got there with the Tigers. And look at the Tigers now. That didn't go well, but look at the Red Sox. They're still doing well.
The one thing that worries me out, were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. The one thing that worries me is our farm system isn't the best in the league, where we don't have a lot of prospects that are like super appealing.
Okay, cool. Look, I get the farm system thing. We need to win now.
I know. But
Yeah.
that's the problem is if we were to want to get somebody that is that good, I don't know if we would.
The people that are that good, the only one I could see out of the farm system that could actually join is Stott up yet?
He's in Double A. So, and they're trying to put him at third base, second base, or shortstop, so he can play wherever basically. And what I think, so we'll go on to this. We'll do a Phillies breakdown at the end of the season. If I'm the Phillies, so right now you're not going to pick up Kutch's option. That's $15 million that you can probably bring Kutch back on a less than $10 million deal. So remove that. Remove your entire team. Your payroll is close to $150 to $120 million. The tax is at $215 or $210. You have a whole lot of money to spend and a lot of prospects to trade away, even though it might not seem like much, you do. If you're the Phillies, you're trying to get one good starting pitcher, sign a good shortstop, an outfielder, and reinvent that bullpen and starting pitcher. If you get that, you're having a good team. You can see the same problems year after year. It's the bullpen. It's the 4-5 starter. It's the injuries. It's the left field. It's your center field. Your shortstop. Didi DeGoris was a complete bust, but granted, DH is probably coming next year, so that's a good thing. Rhys Hoxton gets hurt. Your catching position, you need a new backup catcher. Andrew Knapp's not going to be here next year. But it's just with this team, they need to spend money. They can't be cheap anymore. The goal to win is to spend money. You cannot do prospects, especially with the Phillies right now. You can't just rely on prospects alone.
The only other question is, do we appeal to free agents? And that's
with Bryce Harper, if he wins MVP this year, who doesn't want to play for the MVP?
In JT Realmuto and Wheeler and Nola, it could. It just depends.
Nola is not really.
Nola, not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much this season, but with Wheeler, it just depends on.
The last thing I want to say about this subject is I think we would appeal to free agents because of one person, and you're not going to guess his name.
Hector Neris.
No,
that name's terrible right now.
Yeah. Well, he did allow the go-ahead 2-run home run,
yeah,
but that was his first bad thing.
No. This guy is the agent for probably 90.
Oh, Scott Boras.
Scott Boras. I mean, if the Phillies are willing to give him money and pair his agents, his clients together, Scott Boras could be a pathway. As much as I don't like the guy and I think he's like the devil of baseball, I literally think Scott Boras is our path. I think we have to make a deal with the devil.
With the devil, yeah. I would say like another thing would be the managerial position. So many people want Joe Girardi gone. I think let's just write out his last year of the contract. If that goes to worse, he just sign somebody. Like, if you think about it, who are we going to replace him with? Like, I was thinking Raul Ibanez, but like, who else is there to be a manager? Like Dusty Wathan, but like,
Is he the best manager? No. Has he made a decent amount of mistakes this season? Yes. But I think
Yes.
what it comes down to mostly this season is the actual pitching itself.
Did Baker Mayfield just seriously throw an interception? He
And
did.
by the way, let's go into, does a manager matter all that much? Yes.
No.
And no.
Well, yeah.
Because taking a look at a certain manager who's done bounds upon bounds with his new team, who struggled with us. I mean, the guy was a competent dude.
I can't believe that Gabe
We're happier
Kapler
than that.
actually did that bad with us. Like,
Mhm.
Well, it's because our players stink. I mean, honestly, like,
Yeah.
what does he have to work with?
Proof
Say
that it really
Martin.
was our team,
They're-
not him.
They're not good. They're not good players. That's why they didn't manage well. They had nothing to work with.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
all
the
I-
Browns just threw away this game because Baker Mayfield threw a poor interception.
And that's that I need to prep for my new show. So I have to say bon voyage.
All right. Well, this has been episode 29 of the Livery for Philly podcast. Jared, who is unfortunately unable to join us tonight because he was out doing something, will rejoin us next week. Hopefully, Alec can get on so he can complete his predictions. But once again, welcome Alex to the podcast. He'll be popping in time to time. Jared's brother, Justin, will also be joining us time to time. So we're going to gain some people here on the podcast. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you just hit subscribe, like the video, turn on notifications so you never miss a podcast. We'll try to get them out every Sunday, but if we can't, it will be Mondays. Just keep it up, keep up to date. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. All the links to Ben Snoop's show.
Podcast with people you know, maybe something like that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put all Ben's links down in the description below. Alex's Twitter will be linked in the description below.
I don't know anything on my Twitter, but I can start doing that.
Yeah. So yeah, Ben's gonna send me the new link to his show. Make sure you check that out. If you want to check that out tomorrow or whenever, I'll try to get this podcast out tonight. But yeah, this is episode 29. You made it to another episode of the Liberty for Philly podcast. See you guys next week.